Hello and welcome back to the channel. I want to quickly address my absence. Firstly, thank you to every single person who left a kind comment or sent me a nice DM. And of course to any of you that just had me in your thoughts. I haven't really had the energy to respond to everybody, although I intend to, but I did want to say that that really meant a lot to me. Number two, I feel the responsibility now to use my platform to say that if any of you are going through something right now, I encourage you to find a friend, a family member, or if it's possible for you, a therapist to help you work through things. And I now speak from experience. If you don't have this, I'll leave some resources down below that you may find helpful. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing something that I said I would do a long time ago, which is revive my rating from all of the crazy opening challenges I've done. And I'm hoping to get up around 2050, maybe 2100, but I'll feel it out as I go. I haven't done this in a sec, but let's get started with game number one. All right, game number one, we do get the white pieces. And with it, the opportunity to play a London system. Black is going to play apparently very reserved. So I guess, yep, that's exactly what we're gonna get is a London. Feels good to be back with the London system. Time to stomp on more unsuspecting opponents with the most boring opening in all of chess history. To be fair, it's your job to make the London system interesting. If you find the London that boring, maybe your playstyle is just a little bit boring. We do get queen to b6. I'm just going to castle out of the way. If they want to take and invite the counterplay on b7, I'll welcome it with open arms. I'll even play c3, give them another chance. If they don't take this now, though, which they don't, and they develop the bishop instead, I will defend it because after they castle kingside, I'm going for that kingside attack, and I don't want them to uproot me on the queen side, so easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I was expecting kingside castle there, but we get knight to h5. I guess we'll offer a bishop trade. I don't want to move back and leave them with a bishop on the board versus my two knights, so I'd rather go for a fair trade. Not to mention we sort of leave this knight, oh, I was gonna say awkwardly on the side of the board. f6 obviously hits the bishop, so I guess I'll go back. There's no way we get g5. They're going for long castles. Wow, that is actually respectable. That's kind of insane. I mean, I'll just move the bishop back. I don't really have a choice. And I'm sure that like h5, h4 will follow with a pretty insane kingside attack. So I guess now I have to pivot. Knight to f8. Yeah, they're bringing everybody over to the party on the king side. I'm just gonna go straight for the queen side because that king is not very safe in the center. Obviously, it's not going to be safe on the king side. So I'm just going to try to break open the queen side, I guess. Knight to g6 doesn't really speak to me all that much, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to play c5 and grab some space on the queen side. b4, you can see they're rerouting the queen to the attack. But I'm going to try to cause problems here on their pawn chain. We either open up a line of sight into the king, or I guess they could castle queenside and be even worse. But I'm going to assume if they played queen to d8, the king is staying on e8. We do get pawn to f5, threatens f4. Should I take? They take back. The bishop is trapped there. So I'll go ahead and centralize the bishop instead. Knight takes, I centralize my knight. Now we did get that trade that I didn't really want to get, but the position is a little more closed now, which means bishops don't have that much of an advantage anymore. Okay, I'm leaving that right there. We're going b5. I could try and come and support it. g4 just boots my knight back out, and I would end up in this situation anyways. No, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but their king is still in the middle of the board, so I'm going to try my best to punish that as quickly as I can. Of course, we're going to take, and of course they take back with the pawn, holding on to the very solid structure in the middle, trying to protect that king. Okay, let's go here. Defends the pawn, hits g5, kind of invites g4 a little bit. I can go knight g5, look at e6. There are some ideas there. Ooh, h6. Okay, so they're playing a little bit defensively now. g4, go for gold. Should they take queen g6? It doesn't work because of queen to f7. Okay, let's go here and then just double up. I guess they could play g4 now. Oops, I did not see that idea. Okay, knight back to d2. I guess I drop e5, but I think I have some counterplay. I think I'm not totally justified in my attack, but you know, it looks okay. Let's go queen to a6, target c6. In case they try to come here and just go for a bunch of trades, I at least get my pawn back for the one that I lost on e5. And staying true to brand as ever, I'm down on time. Actually, not by that much. I'm just a little bit down on time. I might not even be down on time by the time they make their move. Okay, never mind. Somehow I'm up on time now. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's why I'm up on time. Because they were trying to decide if they should just go for the win. And they definitely are. I could play e4. Should they take? Does that actually make it harder for them? I don't know. I mean, this is a threat right now, and I don't love the look of that. Low king to h1 maybe survives. Let's go for it. Rook b7, queen d7, and we'll go for mate. So I will take back, and then shuffle the king over and hope that my king is safe back there. Okay, rook to c8 hits the queen, but doesn't actually advance their attack. So I'm happy to see they're a little bit distracted. We'll play queen here, if rook to f7. Obviously, I just pick up the rook. Rook takes c5. Who cares about the knight? I'm just looking for checkmate here on h7. So we've managed to regain the initiative. We're the ones on the attack now. If like queen to d3, trying to defend this way, queen takes e6. I'm not going to say that it's winning. There probably is some sort of freaky defense that I have to be careful of, but maybe not. Maybe it is winning. Holy cow, maybe it is. Yeah, queen to d3 defends this, but then queen to e6, surely. Yeah, uproots the king. King shuffles over. Now hold on a second. Check. Hits the knight. Knight goes back. Oh, that's a good find. Okay, rook to b8. More pressure. That's all I need. I just need as much pressure as I can muster up against the enemy position. Queen takes d2. That is free, and then there's mate right here. Oh. I'm so rusty. Mate right here. Okay, there's mate here at least. With that, we do win game number 1. So yeah, that was kind of an exciting London game. Let's go to move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2, we get the black pieces. Let's go for Sicilian, might as well. Let's play a little bit exciting. d6, go ahead and trade off, knight to f6. This is all theory, and then I think this is the accelerated dragon. I say I think because, and I've mentioned this before, I used to play it, but I don't really style it as much anymore, unless I'm intentionally looking for, the most asymmetrical game possible, which is kind of what I'm hungry for a little bit. We do get pawn to f3. I guess bishop d7 is fine. Looking for rook to c8. Get on that open file, maybe a6, b5. Try to look for some attacking ideas. That's pretty much the name of the game here. Of course, white is going to go, h4, g4, h5, all the classic ideas. Trying to beat me on the king side before I beat them on the queen side. So it's a little bit of chicken. Who chickens out first and stops their attack to defend the enemy's attack? We get knight to d5. Let's go knight to a5, targeting the bishop. I'm fine with giving up the pawn. Again, as long as the opponent is engaging on my side of the board, I'm a happy camper. Ooh, g5. Why can I not just play knight to h5 and stop the attack completely? Oh, knight to h5, knight to f4. I actually think that's theory. But I think it's fine though, right? Knight to f4, I just take, they take back, and then it's my turn again. E5, is that not a problem? I don't know. I might be walking into prep here, but I feel good about it. We do get knight to f4. Okay, I will take. Of course, they're going to take back. What's wrong with this? Why do I feel like this is theory? I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't know why that's... Is it like knight to f5 or something? I'm pretty sure this is theory. Wait, why do I think this is theory? Oh, who cares? Let's go. e5. I mean, if the opponent knows this many moves of theory, we're on move 17, by the way. More power to them. I don't know. This feels like I remember it. Oh, is it because of this? Is that the issue? Takes, they just take. Oh, now am I just getting mated no matter what? Okay, let's start with this check. Then let's take the knight. So I have d3. Okay, but now I can just take this way. Why is this not totally fine? Queen to h2. I might even just sacrifice the rook. I mean, I could just play rook to f7. Should they take? I move over. Oh, bishop takes though. Okay, I'm just gonna sack the rook. I have 2 bishops for a rook. I don't know that's anything to celebrate, but it feels okay. Sure, queen takes back. We'll move the bishop here, defends the d6 pawn with the queen. Targets b3, there's, c2 ideas. Okay, definitely going to take. This doesn't bother me in the slightest because I just shuffle over, and the bishop actually holds onto the position perfectly fine. It's very sketchy. It doesn't look nice, but it definitely enables this attacking idea. Yep, queen takes back. We'll go in with check. Only one legal move. d3. I think this makes sense. d3. I look for this because the bishop now has scope again. Queen goes back with check. Oh, are they looking for like repetition? What if I just go, if I go here, then check and I drop the bishop? Oh, they might have repetition here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about... Oh, no, they take. Okay, surely I take here with check. If this isn't winning, I will be blown away. Okay, why is this not mate? Or rather, forced mate, right? Because I have check. There's nowhere for the king to go. He's cut off. So somebody has to dive in his way, and we do get the resignation. No shortage of interesting games thus far. Let's go to move on to game number 3. All right, game number 3, another London system, hopefully. Nice. Bishop to f4. Perfect. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Bishop to d6. How interesting do I feel like playing? Because I could just leave the bishop there and then go like this. Should they take, I take back with the pawn. And even though this pawn is doubled, it actually supports e5. But then c5 is an issue. Okay, we'll go a little bit plain Jane and just go bishop back to g3. They do develop the knight in front of the c-pawn, so it's not like they're ever going to challenge me here. Queen to e7. Oh, they're looking for e5. Okay, nope. Nope, no e5 today. Bishop d7, are they looking for long castles as well? If they are, I'm going b4. Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. b4, b5. I don't care how disorganized the attack looks. I'm going straight in for the kill. Knight to e4, is that a concern in any universe? I guess they're looking for this. Okay, I'll go ahead and... I think I'm just gonna take, so they can never remove my g3 bishop, and I'm always defending e5. If I go b5 now, they take, pawn takes. Bishop moves out of the way. If this bishop ever moves, the queen looks down. Okay, let's go here first. Now I'm threatening the trade of the knights, and then queen to a7. If they somehow let me mate them in one move, that would be great. But otherwise, there's good attacking chances. Okay, hold on a sec. We do get a6, which stops the immediate threat, but now b5 and bishop takes a6 are infinitely tempting ideas. I guess bishop takes a6, takes check. King here, I take. I just straight up win the piece back. b5 is the other option, but it doesn't look quite as tempting. The problem is bishop takes a6, knight takes with the discovered attack on the queen. Bishop takes, king takes. Okay. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I am going to play pawn to b5. They can still take, pawn takes back, and this is pinned, so I can never take on a6, but they go knight to b8 instead. Okay, queen back, and this is a threat again. I guess they could play a5, b6. I can't spend too much time now either, because I'm also really low on time. Pawn to f6. I have mate in one if they take my knight, so I can definitely take on a6. I take back with the knight, I'll get rid of the defending bishop, trade off the knight to open up the b file, threaten mate again, always a good idea. Down to 49 seconds though. If the queen moves out of the way, check, king d7 is probably fine for them, so if they move the queen out of the way, I'll probably just castle. I'll have another rook that I can bring into play. Or, wait a minute, queen moves out of the way, queen a4, covers that square and threatens a6. Okay, that looks even more interesting. So we are still threatening check, but I win a pawn, I have an outside pass pawn. Pawn to a5. Okay, I'm castling now. This pawn is still completely free. It's very available to me. The question is if there's any chance of me making more of this. Go ahead and pre-move the recapture. I kind of feel like that's coming with the idea of h4, h5. Or rather, h5, h4. Not to mention the time situation is getting a little bit more even. Ooh, okay, queen back to d7 means I can take and threaten mate again, but queen to c6 stops that idea. Okay, I see what they're going for. What if I give you a free pawn? No, they don't care. Interesting, interesting. Okay, we'll take, and then I guess like c5 or d5, anything to just open up the center. D5 is probably fine. King moves out of the way. I'm still gonna take, and then I guess queen takes c7. Oh, I'm super low on time. Okay, I have to focus here. Holy cow, with 5 seconds left, I managed to run away with the checkmate. Okay, that was a lot closer than I was kind of hoping for, but I mean, no shortage of amusing games, I guess. Okay, with that, we are 3 for 3. Rating climb is going well so far. Let's go to move on to game number 4. Okay, we do get the black pieces again, and I think this is the highest rated opponent thus far. We get d3 first, which seems a little bit reserved. Also, they're playing incredibly fast. So let's get this trade on the board. So I can go here and go for a kingside attack. Sure, I'll boot the bishop first. I will take back with the g-pawn because, of course, I just want to open up lines against the enemy king. And I should probably be thinking about long castles at some point. I can't understate how fast they're playing. It's actually kind of blowing me away. Let's go h5. They do take. Okay. Oh, I guess the idea is check. You know what? Do it. Play check. I'm going king to f8, and you're never touching my king again, I hope. Let's see if we can justify king to f8. They do take. Okay, I'll take back. Queen to h3 is a threat. So check. King does go back. You'd imagine I can sack, right? I mean, I can. We'll just see if it's any good. King does take back. Check. King to e2. Rook to e8. There has to be something there, surely, right? I hope so. Otherwise, this entire attack is in vain. But if there is, then I'm justified in saying that they were playing absurdly fast. Okay, knight to e5. So check. King takes back. I take the free knight. Ah, but then I'm just winning back the material that I already had. Interesting. Or rather, the material that I was already down. Oh, and they have this. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, check. I think this is the first move, because that doesn't change the free knight. And then I think I take, and then I take the knight back. I guess they would still be up material. No, I'm up a pawn somehow. Okay, sure. It's a very dubious position, but there's interesting ideas. Ooh, queen takes b7 is super bold. Okay, so they just want their material back, and they did in fact get it. Okay, check with this idea. If the king goes back, I take here with the discovered attack, but they don't, so that is my rook, even though I dropped the knight. Sure, I take. Rook to c8 isn't possible right now, but hopefully will be in the near future. Okay, queen to e7 is always probably fine. Rook to c8 is possible if they take any of those pawns. So this looks pretty good. Obviously, king to b1 doesn't make any sense because of queen to e1. King to d1 is definitely a legal move. Queen to c7? Queen to c7, queen to h8. I don't think there's any drawing ideas. So I think I can play this and draw the king out even further into the center of the board. You know, if they like take my pawn or something, queen to c1. Oh, they do play queen to h8. Okay, king to e7. How do I get rid of these checks? King to d7? King to c6? I mean, if they keep giving checks, I just run into the corner. Sure. Just gonna run myself into the corner of the board and then I'll be pretty much totally safe. Oh, I dropped d5. Ugh. Well, that's not great. This queen to c6 and hope this isn't a draw. I don't think it is because I have the outside pass pawn. So I could even just sack the rook for the knight and I should be winning. So they do take. Okay, so we're gonna do this the hard way. We'll play check. Oh, what's the hard way? Do I have anything against them here? I guess I can take queen back to b7, but that might be a draw. We'll see. It might not be a theoretical draw, but it might be difficult to win. At least with 37 seconds. Okay, check. Oh, that's free. Nice. Okay, now we have to be winning. Now I just have to not flag. Check again. Yeah, and then just rook to d4 wins the queen. Okay, cool. We managed to pull that one out from under the rug. Don't mind if I do. And then we just play like queen b6. We'll march the king all the way down. No! 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 What did I do? No! That's so bad. Look at this. I played here and they played a5 and they caught me in the pre-move. Oh, I was gonna play queen to b6 and just cut them off. Oh, that's so bad. Well played to the opponent. Yeah, GG's. I got way too cocky. Oh my goodness, that's so bad. They want to chat. What do you have to say, buddy? Ha ha ha. I'm gonna say ha ha. Whoops. That's so funny. They just said ha ha ha. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll play one more game. We'll play one more game and then we'll call it an episode. Holy cow. Not much of a rating climb, but you know, I'm just happy to be back making videos again. We'll play d5, knight to f6. Do I play a London? Sure, why not? I mean, they're basically playing like a Queen's Indian with the white pieces. So, I mean, I think technically it's Nimzo Larsen, but you know, in my head, it might as well be a Queen's Indian. Ooh, bishop d3. Okay. I'm curious to see what they make of that. I guess just d4 and f4. Knight to g4. What is this? It is very interesting is what it is. Ooh, more attacking pieces. You don't say. Okay, what happens if I trade and play bishop e5? Are you going to lock your own bishop away with d4? Because if they do, then I just play the bishop back again. And the bishop is just entombed by its own d4 pawn. But if they don't, then they trade off and I'm just ahead in development. Okay, cool. That's exactly what they do. That's interesting. Okay, I'll trade. Knight on the side of the board, sure. Queen to f6, in case they have any ideas of long castle, I grab f2. And if they just castle short, then, I don't know, I guess e5 or something. Well, I can't play e5 now because of the knight, but, you know, broadly speaking. I could play c5 though. I don't need to undouble their pawn, but I'd love to get my knight like on d3 or e4. Ooh, they just castle. Okay, rook to c8, sure. I'm looking for c4. Should they take, I take back, and these doubled pawns are forever. And I have a 2 versus 1 over here, which should be favorable in the endgame. If they do take, then I guess I just, you know, take with the rook or something and try to fight for the open file. Yep, knight to d4. Let's double up. Ready to take back with the rook. Nice. This is fine. This is actually okay. I mean, I have to be careful of the back rank because I don't have like an escape square, but I can always take a tempo and do that, I guess. Knight goes out to the side. a6. Knight d6, rook c7. I don't know, the knight looks a little precarious there, a little precariously placed, a little bit trapped maybe. Okay, they decide to go back to d4. I'm going to take a moment and play h6 just to create an escape square. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did the same thing. And then I guess queen to e7. They don't. Queen to d1. Okay, so they're well aware that the attack is now on the queen side. Let's go here, target b4. And then I guess I want something like this at some point. Ooh, free pawn. I don't think it's poisoned. I think I can take that. I mean, it's going to be hard to get back onto the open file, which is never great, but I think it's fine. Oh, I can't go there. That's free. Or at least, you know, worse for me. Let's go knight to e5, targeting d3. Pawn to a3 boots the rook. Rook to b2. I don't love that my rook is running out of squares. Am I trapped? No, I have rook to b6 still, right? Yes. I still have rook to b6. Yeah, this is kind of, I did take the pawn and I don't think it was totally poisoned, but it was, you know, a little bit sickly at least. We get pawn to f4, let's trade off the knights. The knight is making it very hard for my rook to get back onto the open file. Unfortunately, I think the opponent knows that. I'm down to a minute as well. Ooh, spicy. Okay, what do we do here? Rook to b5, look for queen to c5. Can I play this? Queen to b4, if they trade, I'm happy. Again, we have that 2v1. And that should just be completely winnable. Rook shuffles over, okay, I'm definitely taking, check, and then getting behind the pawn. I guess they could counterattack, but instead of a 2v1, it's just like a 1v none at that point. Rook does take, check, and then we just push. They might try to boot my knight so they can place their own knight in the middle of the board. Probably have to reroute somewhere over here. Yeah, that's exactly what they do. We'll go out to the side and target d3. If I can somehow promote... Oh, actually, I'm up on time. I've just realized. I only have 39 seconds, which, you know, is not great, but I'm actually up on time somehow. Knight to d4. I'm just going to keep pushing. If they go here... Ooh, rook to b3. Ooh, where does my knight go? Here? Targeting e3? Okay, we get the... Oh, we get the trade. Yep, I'm going to have to flag them. Whoops. That's not how I wanted to win this, but it's gonna be how it goes, I guess. Oh, if I even can. They're doing a great job here. Yeah, not the prettiest game I've ever played, but we do run away with the victory. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. With that, we do finish with 4 out of 5. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I do apologize that it wasn't the, you know, longest rating climb in the world. It wasn't even much of a rating climb, to be totally honest, but I'm kind of just happy to have my foot back in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.